what's up? We're back with some more Dakota Collegiate Rocket League today. And today we have a matchup between a couple Div C matches, between High Rollers and No Motion. And I'm joined here today by Paco. How are you doing today?
Pretty good, Yellow, pretty good.
Yeah, and as we move over to the playoff bracket, we can see that today's matchup is the winner goes to the LAN. So this is a huge matchup. I believe our first Div C matchup to go to LAN. I think it's going to be a great match today. And as we move over to High Rollers here, they were 5-3 in the regular season. This team was led over by Tech7 and Steve, both having over 1 goal per game. Steve actually overtaking Tech in that goal department. I believe he did pretty well in his last series against the Archangels. And then Oreo Man displaying a really well third man, being kind of a glue guy for this team, fitting in wherever he needs to be. And then as we move over to No Motion, Paco, I'll have you take that one over.
All right, so No Motion, I do not know a ton about this team, but from what I can see here in the stats, it looks like that Izord is definitely the one of their backbones on defense here. I think that's going to be crucial against Tech 7's heavy offense. He's playing more of an offensive role compared to last semester, so I think that's one thing going for No Motion here. We got Photonut. Nothing too great looking in the stats here, but definitely not a player you want to underestimate. And then the team captain, Fan is legendary. He's looking pretty good in the stats here too. And honestly, both these teams look very, very close. So it's gonna be hard to figure out who's gonna take this one.
Yeah, I know. As I was watching, I believe No Motion's game, I forget who it was against. I want to say it was Get Wrecked. They swept them 4-0. So coming off a nice hot win, sweeping Get Wrecked, they were asked by Tech 7 what their plan was going against Team High Rollers here, and they said just play their own game. I'm not sure what Team High Rollers has in mind here, but I know Tech 7 and Steve, in their post-game interview, they talked about just being aggressive, and that's what I'm looking for from this High Rollers team today. Keeping that aggression up. I think it's gonna be a really close game. I'm gonna make my predict. Actually, I'll let you make your prediction first here, Paco.
All right, putting me in the hot seat. I like it. All right. Well, my boy Tech 7 is on High Rollers. I go to BSC with him. So I'm gonna say High Rollers beat No Motion in Game 7. I think we're going all the way this series.
I could definitely see a Game 7 coming out here. I'm gonna have to agree with you here. I did do the playoff prediction bracket on the stream, and I did have High Rollers winning this matchup. And as much as I hate to agree with you here, not for a dislike, but I'm gonna have to stick with my prediction. I believe I had them taking this in 6, but I could definitely see a Game 7 come out of here.
All right.
Yeah, and we are about to head into Game 1 here. In this first match against High Rollers and No Motion, winner goes to LAN. This is huge, but if they do lose, they do go down to the losers bracket. They're not out quite yet. It just means they're not quite at the LAN matches yet.
All right, starting off with the kickoff going in at No Motion's favor here. It's just gonna sit in the midfield. Photonut beats out Steve. Tech 7's there back to make the save. And we'll see how this game goes. Usually game 1s are just a feeler. As that goes mid, and Izord takes that right to the back of the net.
Yeah, Izord has been all over the field this whole season. I believe he's leading the league in goals per game, and he's already starting off hot 13 seconds into this Game 1. No Motion will take the early lead here.
Yeah, like you said, No Motion coming out hot. They're going to have to... High Rollers are going to have to shut down this offensive pressure from No Motion in order for them to get their footing here. Steve's going to have a nice clear down. Tech looking for the redirect. Doesn't have it. And as that ball drops down, very close from Oreo Man.
Yeah, a lot of pressure back and forth from these teams. A little bit of control coming out from these teams. That's what I'm liking to see from these teams. A fan taking a shot here, but can't quite find it. Some solid defense other than the 1 goal from Team High Rollers here. But looking for a pass play off the corner here. Oreo Man up to Tech 7, maybe back to Oreo Man here. Back mid for Tech 7. Tech 7 can't quite find the shot. That was a nice passing play between Oreo Man and Tech 7. Love what I'm seeing from them. Tech 7 goes bar out. Unfortunate if you're a High Rollers fan here.
Oh, Tech 7 almost put that one in the back. As this is just going to sit mid. Fans Legendary is going to try to take control. Izor is going to take that to corner. Steve's there to get a nice 50. And looks like High Rollers have kind of been able to slow down No Motion for their offense. Just kind of, the team's kind of putting the ball back and forth as Tech puts that center for Oreo Man. And nothing is going to come of it. And this ball is just going to kind of sit here. Steve off the backboard. And yeah, both teams look like are playing very good defense right now.
Yeah, a lot of passing plays coming out from both these teams, but also a good job defending these passing plays. High Rollers have had a lot of infield passes, especially from Tech 7. Oh my goodness, Steve almost puts that one in, kind of cutting me off there. Tech 7 will try to find it, but Oreo Man with a miss here. Maybe a little back pass, can't quite find it. Foden will try to pass this one off the corner. Steve will finally touch up a fan, shuts that down in midfield. Tech 7's on the backboard to shut that one down. And some good backboard defense coming from both teams here, not allowing very good opportunities so far.
Yeah, good control by both teams. It doesn't look, both teams are playing kind of cautious right now. High Rollers definitely do not want to make another mistake to lead to another goal. And honestly, for No Motion, they just want to secure this first dub, because honestly, that's the thing that kind of gets the team rolling, is like whoever comes out with the first victory usually has all the momentum for them.
Yeah, you said it best. Both these teams just banking on the other team's mistakes, kind of playing slow. That one, Steve finds it off the backboard. I'm not sure who that was in net. Can't quite get up fast enough for this. And Steve will, oh, it was on Fan. Fan can't quite get up for that soon enough, and Steve puts that one in.
Yeah, it was a great play by High Rollers there. Unfortunately, Fan's Legendary was just the last one back, and you know, reading that ball off the backboard can be quite difficult, especially if you have ball cam on, because it's so high above you and you can't see any other players.
Yeah, huge way to tie up this game one. Really ease the pressure and nerves coming in, tying this one up. And honestly, I think getting the second goal here has a lot of benefit to this High Rollers team.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they can kind of like settle in just a little bit here, you know, keep playing the way they are. Both teams are playing a pretty clean game so far. I'm not seeing too many mistakes here on the field, and it looks like both the teams are pretty comfortable. I don't see a lot of panicky movements coming out of them.
Yeah, I've seen a couple double commits come up from High Rollers. Hasn't really led too much so far, as the third man was able to clean up. But yeah, pretty solid coming up from both these teams so far. Not a lot of mistakes, kind of playing slower, not taking too much risk. But Foden tries to find the shot, but Tech 7 is back post to save that one. Up to Steve, but he can't quite find it. Bang, gets a nice pre-flip to the sidewall. But Oreo Man is there to shut it down. Foden shuts down that passing opportunity. And High Rollers looking to get some passes here in midfield.
Great defense coming out from No Motion here as that pinches out towards Oreo Man. Oreo Man has to half flip as this is going to sail back into the corner here. Oreo Man tries to 58. Izord misses. Oreo Man's going to have a chance to clear, but Fotonut's just sitting and waiting. Tech's there to dunk him, and that's going to go off backboard here. See if Tech can get the follow. Both Steve and Oreo Man are lurking in the midfield here. So Oreo Man puts that up post. That's going to go post again, and that's just going to sit in the mid here.
Yeah, only 43 seconds left in game one, tied up 1-1. This game is huge for these teams in this best of 7. And High Rollers will try to get a clear out. Great midfield presence coming out from No Motion. That's exactly what you need in these last 30 seconds to keep this pressure. But Steve will shut that one down and get a second touch, maybe a third touch. Trying to beat up the whole team. Can't quite do it. Fan Legendary will get there in time. Tech 7 will try to get past mid. Gets it out mid. And now getting a touch for No Motion. But Steve gets 50'd.
Oh, it's going to sit corner. 10 seconds left on the clock here. As Fans Legendary takes it to corner. Tech 7's there to stall time for his team. Gets a kind of a clear out. Izord's there to shut down. Tech 7's there once again. And we're in overtime in game one.
Yeah, Tech 7 not quite finding that wave dash on that touch. Not quite keeping up, but we have an overtime in this game one. It's already looking to be a fantastic series. But maybe a passing play, but Izord coming back out. Staying upfield and gets 50'd in the midfield. Oreo Man try to find a shot, but Fotonut's there.
Steve with a kind of a missed touch off the back wall. Tech 7's luckily is there to clear it out. Izord has a little bit of time here and a lot of boost. What's he going to do with it? Oh, and he unfortunately misses a touch, and that's just a free clear for Tech. Fans Legendary puts that back off the back net. Shot, and Fans is Legendary. Slots that bottom right. No motion will take game 1.
Great shot coming out from Fans Legendary. Just kind of scooting his butt on the ground on the shot there, but a goal's a goal there,
Exactly.
and he'll take that every time.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be pretty to win as long as you win, and that's exactly what No Motion did.
Yeah, I'm not sure if any of you guys saw the face paint from Steve. He does that every week, but this week he's really stepped it up with the war paint. And I don't know, didn't work out for him this game, but I think he's going to be locked in for the rest of the series. But
oh yeah,
No Motion having a great game 1, obviously winning this game. Tech kind of going back to his former self with those 5 saves. I'm looking for him to be a little bit more aggressive. They set up themselves. That's how they play best, is when they are aggressive and not sitting on defense.
Yeah, exactly. And from what we saw with the stats looked actually pretty close. You know, nothing too crazy coming out of both teams. But definitely looking for. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a little bit more aggressiveness coming out of No Motion, especially since it's secured that first round.
Yeah, I think both teams are going to be more aggressive here. Not only No Motion. That game 1 is typically just a feel of game, and then game 2 they really just come firing out the barrel, just guns ablazing full speed, and we'll try to find the pass off the corner, but shut down. Maybe some aggression here from Izor. Can't quite find it. A good clear to the corner from Tech 7, getting a save already.
Oh man, I almost got deja vu from the first game with Izord there, man. You got to be really careful as Steve gets a nice pop. Tech 7 waiting here. Tech 7 has time. What's he going to do here? Takes it up off the wall. Going to go try to set up a ceiling shot.
Oh my.
Pass down to Steve. Steve has the read. Oh, but Izord is there for the save. Warriorman's up, going to put that center. It's just going to sit there. And what a almost brilliant counterattack from High Rollers there.
Yeah, great passing plays coming out from this High Rollers team. They haven't been able to connect too much so far, but I think it's only a matter of time before they start scoring goal after goal in this series. But Fans Legendary will keep shutting that down, and he gets another touch at the midfield off of Steve's awkward touch, and almost a goal, but Tech 7 will keep that one out. Izor trying to find another one. Good backboard defense coming up from Team High Rollers here. Just well-rounded rotation and defense.
Oh, absolutely. Tech 7's going to go up here. Going to get a touch. Izord's there. What's he going to do here? Oreo Man clears it out. Funrunner is going to... Oh, no. Bad touch back, but Fans Legendary is there. He should be able to clean this up here. Bang past Steve. Tech 7's going to take his time. Going to get a 50. He's going to go up. Going to try to get a touch here. Oh, he ran out of boost. Got to be careful here. They're playing pretty scrunched here, and if the team gets a good clear, Steve's going to pass that back to Oreo Man. And Izord has a touch. Tech 7's there.
Yeah, good touches coming up from this High Rollers team. I can see No Motion are looking for these passes. They just aren't quite connecting so far. Steve will try to look for the pass here, but shut down by No Motion. Maybe another pass attempt coming up from Oriman to Steve, but Oriman will take this one himself. Photonut over to Steve almost, but Steve opts to go back, but he goes back for the ball again off backboard. This is dangerous. Tech 7 doesn't take the shot. He would have been beat there, but Oriman will kind of hesitate here, buy time for his team, and he does so effectively. Izord gets 50 down mid. That's a great 50 coming up from Tech 7. A double commit coming up from No Motion here, not great. Oriman will try to find a touch mid, finds a good pass, but Steve pre-jumped him.
The very close pass there. Coming off, I think Steve was looking for a little bit more power, and we got a Rule 1 between Photonut and Steve right now. This is a 2v2 series right now that we're seeing. Oreo Man and Tech 7 against Izord and Fans Legendary. As Tech puts that to corner, Izord takes control. Tech 50s pitches it close to mid, as Fans Legendary is going to take this off wall. Looking for a double here. Tech clears it off the backboard. Now this is quite interesting, you know. It's good to see these players honoring the Rule 1, hoping that the Rocket League gods will be in their favor here.
Yeah, on paper, this 2v2 does favor No Motion, but honestly, Oriman and Tech 7 have a lot of chemistry so far, so I think this is pretty even so far, and has been scored on, so that's staying true so far, but that's a good pass coming out. Tech 7, can he get back in time? Yes, he can. And Oriman finds a great demo on Fan to buy some time and release some pressure. Izord almost just puts that one in. A good fake coming out, but Tech 7 gets the clear. The 2v2 still staying strong. 0-0 in this game 1 with a minute left. Or game 2, my bad.
Oh man, I swear, I think it's looking like we're gonna go into overtime here in this game because both teams are just so evenly matched, getting good 50s, clearing it out. But man, this is crazy.
Yeah, these players on the goal line actually. It'd be Orman with a great flick, almost a bump coming out on Izord. These players on the goal line though, that'd be interesting if they ended up getting a save while locked into the rule one. But so far, not quite. 40 seconds left in this game 2. I keep saying game 1. But back over to Tech 7. We'll try to find a touch out mid. Can't quite find it. We'll control this one. He's been playing a lot of 1v1s. I know that. But can't quite find it mid. Orman will have to defend this shot. Doesn't find a touch. Oh my, and bam, puts that one in.
Absolute heartbreaker for High Rolls here. Tech just unfortunately missed his counterattack, left Orioman back, and Orioman missed that touch, which left it wide open for Fans Legendary.
Yeah, tough touch coming out from Orioman there. Just over the shoulder. Have to make a perfect touch there, otherwise it's just going back on mid, and you get scored on regardless. Tech 7 will try to put this one out for Steve. Try to find the goal. Steve can't find the angle
10
though.
10 seconds left. Block winding down. No motion up. What is High Roller's gonna do here? As Tech 7 beams that down onto the ground. Fans Legendary puts that off, and that might just go down. That's game.
And game 2 going into motion here, starting off 2-0. 6-game playoff winning streak, including their last series. Oh my goodness, I almost mentioned Photo not only having 18 points, but he was locked into that real one for, what, 4 minutes of that match? Yeah, the majority of that match being a 2v2. I don't know what you think about that, if that's a little bit Mickey or not. But regardless, no emotion. Going up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't really look at the stats too closely between Steve and Photona, because like you said, they were locked into that Rule 1 for like, oh man, it seemed like almost all game. So, like, oh man, I tell you what. But good game overall from both teams. Honestly, I am not seeing a ton of aggression out of both these teams. Both teams look very hesitant, very passive. And honestly, I think if High Rollers and No Motion just play more aggressive and, you know, kind of like challenge the ball more instead of just kind of like hitting it back and forth to each other, I think we'll see more goals and maybe just a little bit more consistency out of both these teams.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking towards Tech 7's way. Not that he's been playing terrible, but he played really well in that last series against the Archangels. He took a lot of balls. What's going on here in the game? I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, Tech 7 took a lot of balls. Pause. It just kind of did a little bit of dribbling and flicks, and that worked out really well for his team. So I'm looking for him to kind of capitalize on those times where he has that space and has that time. And then Steve obviously has been quiet so far. Couldn't really do much that last game, locked in that real one.
Yeah.
But those are the two people I'm looking for from Team High Rollers.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And as long as we don't have any more Rule 1s, I think we'll be able to see both these teams at their full capacity this game, you know?
Yeah, and it looks like High Rollers have called their timeout. So as they're doing that, what do you think in specific this No Motion team has been doing well so far to have gone up 2-0?
Honestly, I think it's their being able to quickly put the ball in the net and then just holding High Rollers at that one goal lead. So I think, like I said, I think High Rollers definitely need to play more aggressive because they're just playing way too passive and giving No Motion too much space to work with.
I completely agree. High Rollers have had some good opportunities, but haven't been very efficient on those shooting chances, whereas No Motion have been very efficient on their good looks so far, scoring pretty much every good look I've seen from them so far. But Tech 7 will try to get up to Orioman. Almost a great pass coming out. Another good look, but can't quite capitalize.
That was a close play. by High Rollers there.
Yeah, Oriman will try to dribble this one out, but gets challenged immediately. But Steve will hit this one up towards the backboard. That one's going down. That one's dangerous. Izor can't find the touch. Oriman with the shot. Places it over. Bar out. Can they find the goal? No, Izor is there to jump for the defense. Oriman will send this one back out mid. Hold on, that will clear. That was very dangerous for Team No Motion, but they come out of that one alive.
Oh yeah, still High Rollers still putting on the pressure here. This was the pressure that we were talking about here when they took their break. As this is still going to be in No Motion side. Steve's going to put that to corner. Oh, almost gets past Phononut. Fans Legendary is awkward on the backboard here as Orioman's lurking on that right side. Fans Legendary has a little bit of control here. Steve's there, tries to get a little bit of touch. And No Motion's finally going to clear it out.
Yeah, a couple of bumper cars coming out from these two teams between Steve and Izard. Oh my goodness, fan on Tech 7. Bumper cars, just like I was talking about. But this one's going to be sat midfield. Steve with an open net.
Oh.
A backflip coming out from Team No Motion. That's not what you like to see. Izard go up 1-0 in this game 3.
Oh man, a crucial mistake by Phononut. We've all done that, just getting a little too anxious with that double jump. And unfortunately that leads to a goal for High Rollers.
Yeah, High Rollers being more aggressive in this game may have played into Phononut's backflip, feeling that he needs to go up for that one quick. And already going up 1-0. That's huge for this Team High Rollers team. But Tech 7 will try to find a pass out here and will shut that one down. He's been shutting everything down this game, but a double can be coming up from No Motion. But that one won't be too bad. A good pass coming out from Izard here. Phononut will take that one back to the corner. Maybe back up mid. This is a good passing opportunity. Steve shuts that one down. That's still mid. Tech 7 there to shut that one down. And possibly Steve with the shot.
Oh. That was a crazy shot coming out of Steve, but good block from No Motion as Fines Legendary is going to 50 that into the corner. Izord's going to put this off the back wall. Can he get Phononut with the shot?
No.
And that is just an unfortunate bouncer in. Oh, what a tragedy for High Rollers.
Yeah, if you're Tech 7 there, that's just impossible to read. 3 people on the ball and a slow balancer to your top right. That's really hard to save unless you're just camping back post.
Exactly. And honestly, I thought that shot was hitting the top of the net, and I think Tech thought it was hitting crossbar as well.
Yeah, Fan looking to make this one 2-1, but shut down by Steve. Tech 7, like I said earlier, with the dribble, but gets dunked. Oh, Orioman and Steve having mega trust in Tech 7 here, pushing up super far, parting the Red Sea, and Phononut gets the dunk on Tech 7.
Oh man, Tech broke one of the #1 rules of Rocket League. You do not start a dribble with the ball in front of your own net. That is a crucial mistake by Tech 7 there.
I like the idea to take up a dribble there, but just really unfortunate that it happened to be in front of his net and he did not see the defender coming. But Tech 7 will try to make up for that with a Huxer pinch here possibly. Tech 7 just going all over the field now, maybe a little bit frustrated about that last goal. He's going to try to take this game over by himself, but gets dunked by Izord here. Steve, possible pass to Tech 7, but Tech 7 will leave for Steve. Steve has no boost. Tech 7 will turn on this one, but Orioman opts to take it. Not a great first touch, but gets it back to his own corner. Not too dangerous, but oh my goodness.
Oh, double demo coming out for No Motion. That's going to create some space. Steve's going to get a shot down. Oh, it is wide to the right. Izord's going to get a nice 50 here. Fans Legendary is there. Steve has a turn. Good 50 out. Phononut is there to put it back down. Steve again with a good clear to the corner. Orioman's up. Unfortunate miss from Orioman. And Izord's just going to clear that out. Tech 7's going to try to get control of this ball here. 50 from Izord, and Steve is waiting in the corner here. Man, I don't know what High Rollers is going to want to do. Maybe that's just going to go in.
Oh my.
And there we go. There we go. An unfortunate read by Phononut, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to loft that ball up and pray. And High Rollers' prayers have been answered.
Yeah, it's tough to read. The ceiling bounce off of 50 in the midfield. And the biggest thing I'm noticing so far, 4 minutes into this game, is No Motion is having some insane midfield presence. And I think that's leading to a lot of the mistakes coming out here from High Rollers.
Holy crap, what a almost goal. No!
Oh my
gosh!
goodness, Steve!
Steve! He's just bigger, man. That war paint is helping right now. It is do or die right now for high rollers, and Steve's just gonna tell Izor, no, that's going in your net. Oh my god.
Tech 7 will say this every time you talk to him about Steve. He gets one dunk goal per series, just like that. Oriman will try to make this 4-2 and almost seal away this game. Izor will take this one upfield. Only down to 1, 40 seconds left. There's still a lot of time to tie this one up and get it to OT. Steve will try to get this one in the net though. Air dribble can't quite connect. Photonut will take this one up the field. Get the Boomer for first touch, maybe the fan, but Tech 7 shuts that one down off the corner. We'll try to go again, but Izard is there to get another passing play upfield. And High Rollers will shut that one down again.
So far, so good from High Rollers here. Just got to keep that ball out of their net with a great clear from Tech 7. That's going to buy so much time. Looking for the double, just off, just a little bit. 8 seconds left, his time second down. Steve gets a wonderful 50 to the mid as Photonut clears that out.
No.
Tech 7 last back. Oreo Man gets a nice clear here. It's up here. That's going to be down. Oh, and Steve gets a good clear out, and High Rollers take that game.
My goodness, Steve having an absolute legacy game here. Steve's locked in now. I'm kind of scared for this no motion team. My 4-2 prediction might be correct here just because of Steve. That's all I have to say after this match, Steve.
Oh, Steve showed up for this game, and man, just some crucial goals at crucial times. Like, I'm telling you, and just seeing this pressure from High Rollers is so good. And like you said, Steve definitely MVP of this match. And honestly, I was afraid No Motion was about to take High Rollers to match point. But so far, High Rollers have life.
Yeah, Steve has some insane pop-off potential. We saw the full extent of it that game, going 3 for 6 there, having all 3 of High Rollers' goals. And Tech 7, oh my goodness, I didn't realize the stat from last game, but he had 7 ball touches, is that right? Oh my goodness. 75 ball, I don't know the last time I've seen a number that high ball touches, especially here in Div C. Steve will try to continue his pop-off here, trying to get a pass mid. And early pressure coming out here from Team High Rollers.
Yes, good pressure. Oh, but that's going to be, almost on net. Almost a crucial 50 that went wrong. Almost led to a goal here. Is this going to just sit in High Roller's corner? Tech 7 with it a backflip, kind of fakes out Photonut. Izord's there to put that back in, and that's going to just drop down.
Yeah, Tech 7 trying to control this ball again. I'm liking what I'm seeing from him on that portion of the field, just trying to control it, buy his team time, and take control and just beat a couple players at once, not just one player, but beating 2 players. But No Motion will try to keep this on the offense here, but Photonut just kind of gives it back to him. Izard eating a save here, gets a good touch to the corner, but Tech 7 trying to find the pass here to Oriman. Oriman can't quite find it. Steve's back alone. Steve! Oh my goodness, what a risky challenge, but it pays off.
Steve, once again, the big-bodied man, just 50s Izor into oblivion. And that just goes straight in. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta challenge the ball, and it works out.
That is the boldest challenge I have seen in a while. Last man back, both teammates in the corner. He just goes for it in midfield. But if it works, it works. And High Roller's already up 1-0. Oriman trying to make this one 2-0. Top. But Fan will shut that one down and keep control of this one. This is what I like to. Oh my goodness, maybe not. But leaves it for his teammate. But Steve will shut that one down again. Pulling out last one on defense. Tech 7 maybe trying to find a pass here. Neither can find the touch. Oriman can barely find the touch. Out to Steve though. Steve off the backboard. Doesn't have enough boost for this. But he fixed it. Oreo Man gets saved by Izor. What a save.
Tech with almost an angle there. Photonut gonna come out. Izor's gonna put that into the corner. We're gonna bounce out here right to Oreo Man. Oreo Man's gonna get a touch, but Fan's Legendary is waiting. Gonna take control, fakes out Oreo Man, gets one over Tech. What's he gonna do? Steve's there to say, nah, buddy. Steve's gonna take that out once again.
Oh, maybe a misplay coming out from No Motion here, but Photonut will save them. Izor needs to make a great touch to the corner. Izor's been he's been known for his goals, but he also has the #1 saves. Izor almost with a flick there. Can't quite get the pop on it. Tech 7 needs a good touch here. Oriman with a good pop. This net's open if he can get it on time. But he opts for the slowest shot, and Izor gets back on time, showing that #1 saves for a game.
Great save again by Izor. Tech just took just a little too much time on that shot, but he wanted to make sure it was on target. As he 50s out to Orioman, Orioman gets it over Photonut, and that's just going to be an easy save there for Izor. Steve dumps it out once again down the middle, and Fans Legendary is going to have a little bit of space, but low boost here. He can't really do much with that except put up for Izor. And Tech's just going to clear it right back out.
Yeah, I think Izor may have given the controller to his roommate, Heat Assassin, because currently he has 5 saves 3 minutes into this game. Great defensive game coming out from Izor here, but he's going to need to find a goal here. But touch out the Fan. Can anybody find the save? Orioman finds it and finds another touch, but this one's out for Photonut. Gets a nice pop out, but Steve gets a nice 50 up in the air. Fan gets a bouncer to top left. Oh, and Izor finds the top. Great shot and great pressure coming out from No Motion.
That was a great series of attacks there by No Motion. Just kind of like wore down the defense of High Rollers, and unfortunately Orioman was caught back in the net. And honestly, that ball could have gone 4 different places. So that's a very hard shot to defend.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Just great pressure to make that shot available for Izor. Izor puts that one on the top of the net and ties this one up 1-1. Almost a good flicking attempt coming out from Tech 7. Orioman gets demoed on the goal line. Steve makes a much needed touch for Team High Rollers. Tech 7 will try to bang this one out, but Photonut will be all over that one. Steve back down the field to Tech. Tech, maybe not enough boost for that one. Opts to just go back down. And a good 50 coming up from No Motion. Photonut can't quite find it. Steve faking for Orioman. Or keeps it on the ground. Maybe a couple 50s coming out. But Photonut, a good touch to the corner.
Very nice pressure here coming from High Rollers as Steve gets a great 50 on the goal line. Fans Legendary is finally able to clear that out. Steve gets a nice touch here, a nice follow-up touch. He's going to try to follow this. Fans Legendary is going to kill that. Steve with a shot, going to be off backboard. Nobody's there to follow up. Tech 7's going to be waiting in the midfield here. Tries to get a 50 with Izor. Saw him come racing up there as Orioman 50's out. Tech going to get another touch just to throw off No Motion just a little bit as Tech gets demoed. Steve off the backboard. That's going to waterfall down. Orioman playing smart, waiting, knowing that he's last back here. Fans, oh my goodness, and that might be open. Tech's there. Can he score this? Putting it in. And there we go. High Rollers take the lead with 15 seconds left in the game. Holy crap, Yellow. What kind of a series are we watching?
I don't know. This might go Game 7 like you predicted. Tech 7 with a good touch off the defender. And finds the open net and great demo. I'm not sure who that was, but opened up a lane for Tech to just go straight down the field. Izor will try to get this one to OT. Gets a good touch to the sidewall. Steve can't find the touch. Finds it just in time, and this one might be open if he can find it. But Fan gets a nice save. He's going to need to keep this one up to send this to OT, but it touches in the series tied 2-2.
That is crazy. Like, I don't know what Tech said to his team, but obviously it worked. Like you said, series tied 2-2, and we have seen a swing in momentum here, and it is in High Rollers' favor. Now, Yellow, what do you think No Motion has to do to try to counter this pressure from High Rollers?
I think they just need to go back to their good midfield presence. They've kind of stepped away from that midfield presence and gotten on the defensive here, having 9 saves this game compared to High Rollers 3. You don't want to see that. You want to see more shots and more goals rather than more saves. I think they need that midfield presence to kind of come back. Otherwise, I think every game is just going to be like this, where they're on the defense and shots are going to go in.
Yeah, agreed. Just spending too much time in their half and letting High Rollers just kind of control, kind of like that midfield rotation, like you said. If No Motion takes back that midfield, I think that they're gonna start to see a swing in their favor.
Yeah, early pressure coming out from Steve possibly, but can't find the touch mid. But good defense coming out from No Motion early, not being too panicky, being calm on defense. Izor almost with a great shot, but Orioman will find a touch mid. That's a great touch. Another touch coming out. Steve gets a touch out, but not enough pace on it, not enough height. Izor saves that one once again, continuing his saves here. A lot of pressure coming out here from High Rollers early. I'm looking for a good flick here, possibly. Photonut can't quite find it. But Fan staying in that midfield, trying to get that midfield presence going up, kind of like I mentioned. But I'm looking for Izord to be more on the offensive. He has the most goals in the league for a great reason. And having him on defense, I'm not going to say it's a waste, but I think they need him more on the offense.
I completely agree. And like you said, most of the goals that No Motion has scored has come up from Izord. As Izord take this off the ceiling, but Steve's there to shut it down. As Fans puts that back to Steve, Steve's just going to put that back in for his team. Gets a touch over. Tech7's going to take his time here. As Photonut gets a bang off the backboard, that's a shot on net. Izord gets a save, not a great one. Tech's still there, plays it low, gets another 50. Oh, and Steve gets there. Oreo Man still dangerous off the post here, and Izord finally clears that out. But wow, some great demos here, and luckily Izord got that demo on Tech, or that would have been still dangerous for No Motion. A little bit of
No Motion, just staying composed there on the back line, not letting one in. It was very close, and a great demo coming up from Fan here, opening up and relieving a lot of pressure here and making pressure of their own. That's going down. That could be a goal here, but Tech7 makes a much needed touch. Still mid, and Izord scores it for Team No Motion.
That's what we need. That's what we're talking about. Izord is there. Photonut with a great 50, and just Izord just dunks Oreo Man. Oreo Man didn't even have time to process what was going on before Izord was there.
Yeah, all that pressure stemming from the demo, from Fan onto Steve. And that could be midfield presence or it could be demos, but they definitely do need more pressure, and that's exactly what's going to come from it. Steve trying to find this one. Oh my goodness, almost finds that one, but just ends up slotting himself against the wall like a fly. Oh my goodness, not a great challenge coming out from Izord here, but ends up rolling safely to the corner, and a lot of pressure already coming up from High Rollers here, but try to clear this ball. The zero boost, I wonder what he can do with this. Gets a good 50 and the boost in the corner. Izord can't find the shot, but Fan hits it just a little bit too high, and Tech7 tries to control this one, but touched by a couple of No Motion players.
Awesome. This is some very dangerous attacks coming from No Motion on High Rollers as Tech finally clears that out. Izord's going to get a touch. Tech on very low boost here. Looking for to try to set his team up as that pinches back Steve, and that is just straight in. Izord once again from the back of the field.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Oh my goodness, just
the pinch, bro,
from their back corner.
Nobody expected that one.
No, third man playing a little bit too far forward for Team High Rollers here, getting caught with the pants down. And No Motion going up 2-0 halfway through this game, looking to control this lead here. Fan trying to air dribble it out, can't get enough height on it. Photonut kind of get the pass out mid. Tech7, can he find the shot? No, it just barely misses. Steve hits it to the corner. Man hits it back mid. Oreo Man finds the touch out. That's bouncing back out for Oreo Man. That's bouncing back out again. This ball is just staying in the midfield of No Motion, but no shots and no goals coming out from Team High Rollers here. Tech7 trying to control this once again, but we're trying to find this one mid. That's a good pass out mid. Steve with a lackluster shot. Maybe not what he wanted.
Just not enough pepper on that shot for it to go in. If that shot had any power, that would have been a different story. Fans gets a great demo on Steve. I have noticed that No Motion is playing more of a physical game. I've been seeing a lot of demos coming up. Tech with an excellent flick pass. I believe that was Izord or Photonut. My bad. But nothing comes of it.
Oh my.
No Motion, little awkward, and Steve's gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah, Steve with a great turn, noticing the mistake from Photonut with the accidental jump and the wave dash past the ball. Steve with a great turn, puts a lot of juice on that ball. 60 miles per hour. Not the fastest, but you know, it gets the job done. And they get within one with a minute 20 left. This is definitely easily doable, but Izord will try to put this one up too. Puts it out mid. Fan. Oh no, back alone. Photonut. No, is this in?
No way.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Yes, that's just a classic of just No Motion being too aggressive. And Steve gets an excellent beat off of, I think that was Fans, and Tech is just there to clean that shot up.
Yeah, Fan trying to put that shot in a little bit too fast, ends up missing and bouncing off the post of the other team. Not what you want to see if you're a No Motion fan. But this one's tied with a minute left to go. And this is a game 5. Izord trying to make this one not tied, but another demo coming up from No Motion here. A lot of pressure. Fan with another miss. But Photon with a good 50 and another bump. Izord with a shot.
Ooh.
Steve with a save though.
Steve has just been a great defensive player this game.
Oh my!
Oh
Oh
my
no!
gosh, this Photo Nut just absolutely dunks Oreo Man. And that's gonna swing in No Motion's favor 3-2.
Yeah, this game is just this match is just an absolute war field now, and just holding nothing back. Everyone's dying, mostly high rollers though, and
Yeah.
they get a goal out of that one.
Yeah, just honestly, this is a pretty scrappy match between these two teams. Not the cleanest plays or rotations coming out of either of these teams. Like I said, very scrappy, but you know, they're just trying to get the job done. So one of these teams gets on. It's Tech 7 comes out of nowhere. He wants to go back to LAN. Last semester, his team took second place, and man, he wants his redemption. And high rollers are not going to go away quietly.
A great shot coming out there from Tech 7. That's an underrated shot. Touch on that ball back while he was up for that one and put it top bins with a lot of pace. But 15 seconds left, tied up in this game. Tech 7's trying to find a fourth, puts it off the sidewall, doesn't go for the second. Tech 7 is beat out, but that's a double commit from No Motion. Oriman has to go for this again, but Steve will go for this one. Gets a good touch out. This one might stay up. 0 seconds. This one can stay up and stop the overtime. But this one is looking like it's going to go down, and it does. And we get an overtime in. My goodness, Paco.
This is the crazy series here right now, Yellow. As Oreo Man's gonna get a great 50, that's gonna bounce. He gets the demo off the fans. It's gonna be up. Oh, and Izord's there. Just took a little too much time there. Steve off the back wall here. Low boost, gonna put that mid. Where's Tech 7? He's playing it safe back. That's a good play by Tech 7. Good patience, knowing that he's last back. Tech's gonna get a nice 50 here. Fan's gonna put that high. It's on target. Tech 7 and Steve both double commit. The net is open right now. Izord's gonna put that off the backboard. And Tech 7's gonna get a clear for the most part. Flownote's gonna put that back. Steve's gonna bang that right back into No Motion's half.
Hey, Tech 7, not enough boost to go up for that one. Kind of fakes it out. Oriman will try to get a touch out mid. Steve gets a back pass. Tech 7 needs to make a touch. He makes a touch though. That one's going down. That one's awkward. Fan looking to control this one. Oriman with the 50. That one's open. If fast enough. No. High roll just a double commit and mess each other up. That one was open. Oh no.
These teams are getting really antsy right now. They can't risk a good 50 from Tech. As Izor's going to take control here, going to try to give out Steve. Steve dunks Izor, but Fans is going to put that back into the corner of High Rollers. Tech's going to get a shot out. Photonut's going to block that. Fans gets a touch out. Photonut's there. Oreo Man's looking a little bit awkward in net. Tech 7, oh my gosh! What a save from Tech 7!
How did Tech 7 save that one? I don't even know where he came from. But regardless, we're a minute and a half time, and teams are going back and forth. A whole lot of aggression. Teams I expected high rollers to play a little more patient, but both these teams being aggressive. Steve with the 50. Oh my goodness, and of course, fans.
Oh my gosh, I'm not lying to you, Yellow, but I thought No Motion was gonna take this one easy against High Rollers, but High Rollers are awake and they are ready to play.
High Rollers winning 3 in a row now. I imagine a timeout comes from No Motion here.
Yep.
But I can only assume.
Oh man, Yellow, this is do or die right now from No Motion. If they lose this, they're not out yet, but they will have to make a lower bracket run. And High Rollers right now are sitting on match point.
Fan looking absolutely distraught right now. Maybe just at a loss for words, losing 3 in a row. But I think No Motion after this timeout might find a game, and I think we do get a game 7 here. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, at this point, I'm not sure. Like, High Rollers showed great pressure. Like, that last overtime, I believe those teams were not playing passive. They weren't overthinking. They were literally just doing what they could to try to win that game, and High Rollers came out on top. But to be honest, I think it all boils back down to what we said earlier about No Motion controlling that midfield. But honestly, they have to shut down Steve, and they have to try to get Tech 7 off that off defense, because between the combination of Steve and Tech 7. Steve and Oreo Man are on offense most of the time, and Tech 7 is just sitting back, waiting for that ball to come to him and getting an easy clear out towards No Motion's half.
Yeah, Tech 7, it just hit the gritty, no motion. I don't know. I think High Rollers got this game 6. High Rollers looking very confident. And yeah, Steve with the war paint, Tech 7 with the gritty. And yeah, they're just unstoppable right now.
Yeah, High Roll is looking very comfortable right now. They're looking in control, and I don't know what else is to be said for No Motion. Like we said, they looked very dominant early on in the series, but High Rollers are just steering the ship right now.
Yeah, I think Izor needs to stay on offense. I'm looking for Fan to be a little bit more on the causing a little bit more havoc. He's been doing really well with the demos, and that's what got them a lot of their goals last game. Maybe Photona could also start looking for those demos. Steve with an early shot, but just pulls it a little bit to the right. Warriorman with a good pop here over Fan. Another decent touch, but Izord will find the touch afterwards. Photona with a good shot attempt here. Oh my goodness, Photona with the speed.
Photona just dust everybody. Oh man. Photona just goes up and goes, "Don't worry guys, I got it," and puts that back in the net.
Oh goodness, it looks like our timeout overlay is still up, so we're just gonna have to let them know what's going on here.
All right.
Ball in the blue half here, but Izor can't quite find the touch mid. Another demo coming up from Photona. Fan taking this ball to the blue side, trying to find a touch mid. Photona with a shot opportunity, but a double commit works out for Team High Rollers. Izor trying to find this one out mid. Tech 7 with a good pass to Steve, back to mid. Oreo backflip coming up from Izor, and Oreo ties it up 40 seconds into this game. What a passing play.
Holy crap, man. That is something of, like, teams dream of doing with their teammates. And man, we have a series right now. This is exactly what I've expected from both these teams. And like I said, it's do or die right now for No Motion. If they want to avoid the lower bracket run, they have to take out High Rollers here. And the question is, will they do it?
Yeah, I think I might have to stick with our prediction and go High Rollers in this game 6. They've been on, and after that timeout, it hasn't looked amazing for this team, but a good demo coming up from Photona here. That's what I like to see from Photona. I mentioned it earlier. Going for more demos. Oreo almost a bump here on Photona. Oreo with a pass back. Tech 7 needs to turn for this one. Fan up for the 50. Tech 7 with a good touch on zero boost. Steve will take this one upfield. Gets a good touch to the mid. Izord will find the save though. Oreo with the ball. Never mind. Izord all over the field right now.
Oreo gets a great touch back to Photona, unfortunately. He's going to try to do something, unfortunately, just a little bit awkward as Tech's going to take his time with this. Tech's going to go up, try to get an air dribble play going here. Almost had the double. Steve's lurking on the left side here, going to put that. Izord's going to shut that down, but Steve's going to turn again on zero boost. Oreo with a great 50, has a lot of boost to work with here.
Oh, no.
Izord now with a great touch. Oreo with the dribble. Fans gets back with the save.
Oreo almost with a great play there, cutting in. I'm not sure. I'm sure No Motion was not expecting Oreo to turn there. Oreo with a poor turn here, but Tech 7 will save him coming out from the back post. Izor will find another touch here, possibly out mid, but nobody's there for the pass. Steve with a good dribble here. Can he find the net? Good fake. Good 50. Can he find it mid, or maybe just a shot here? Steve. Oh my goodness, Steve is disgusting right now.
Steve, Warpaint Steve. Just absolutely bodies Izord and just puts that right in there.
Steve post Rule 1 game has been absolutely on fire, and I think that is definitely the key for this Team High Rollers success. And Steve will look to continue his success in the corner, gets a decent touch on mid, but a great second touch out, beating a couple players. Photona with an awkward jump. Steve with his shot attempt. Oh my goodness, Steve is disgusting.
Steve is absolutely taking control of this ship right now. He's just telling his team, don't worry guys, let me cook.
Oh my goodness, Steve just putting his team in the backpack in this game 6. Trying to end this one in 6 and go to that LAN. Tech 7 will find the 50 on the kickoff. But Photonut looking for another sidewall touch here. Another touch, maybe not expected from Izord. Fan, last one on defense, Oriman. A good touch on low boost. Fan with a pass on mid. Steve, oh my, shut down by Izord. Almost a little bit of PTSD from no motion there. Photonut gets bumped on the sidewall. Oriman with a good 50 out mid. And they need to get a goal sometime soon. There's only 2 minutes left in this game 6. Oh no.
That is just sad. Oh man, I don't know what to say, Yellow. It looks like High Rollers are just rolling away with it. What can I say?
Yeah, just really awkward there from Photonut, and I believe it was Fan left in net. Maybe expected Photonut to have that, but it's really awkward. Can't blame him for missing that one. Izord gonna try to make something happen here off the corner. Interesting touch coming up from Tech 7 here. Wasn't expecting that one. But Oriman will corral this one in the corner. Gets it over Izord. Maintains possession here. Great possession from Oriman here. But leaves it for Tech 7 on the wall. Tech 7 gets this one out to the corner. Just kind of buying time here. This one's dangerous out mid once again.
What a crazy play coming out from High Rollers there. Fan taking it in front of the boost. As Tech 7 gets a nice touch on the wall here. He's going to go again. As Oreo Man takes that back to the corner, and honestly, High Roller is just looking to stall time as he puts that off the backboard, and nothing comes of it.
Yeah, High Roller still maintaining his pressure and not letting up. I think that's the easiest way to let up a 3-goal lead is to play a lot of defense. That allows for a lot of demos to come in. Interesting. Oh my goodness, Izord almost finding that one. But yeah, letting up and just playing straight defense is one of the quickest ways to get scored on 3 times within a minute and a half. So they're not letting up, they're keeping this pressure on.
Oh, absolutely. As Steve rips one on net.
Oh
Photonut.
my
Oh
God.
my gosh. An unlucky post bounce for Photonut, and Steve just puts a heater on net, and Photo just has no choice but to go up quick and just unfortunately gets a missed touch.
Yeah, this Steve and Photonut connection today has been Steve putting a couple rippers on net and Photonut trying to make the save and just hitting it himself a little bit faster. Not much he can do about that one. All I can say is Steve. And with only 30 seconds left here, they need a miracle to win this game 6 to stay in this. Otherwise, they're going to be going down to the lower bracket, and High Roller is going to be advancing to land. And I think I'm going to call it here in this game 6. Only 15 seconds left, up 4.
It has been a wild series, and just who would have thought that High Rollers would have come out with this, with just winning 4 straight after going down 2-0 in this series. As Izord tries to put one more on net, and Steve's going to let that hit the ground. Your winners at tonight is High Rollers as they secure their land spot.
Yeah, going down 2-0 to start, that's just absolutely massive to just win 4 in a row. No motion having won 4 in a row in this match. They were absolutely on. Winning that game 3 was so huge. And they just kept that momentum going throughout the entirety of the match. And they secure this win for themselves.
Oh yeah, just an absolutely bonkers of a series, man. Like I said before, I'm a broken record. I did not think that High Rollers were going to come out so hot.
Yeah, it looks like we are finally getting these boys in here. Congrats on the win tonight, boys. Absolutely legendary showing from 2-0 to start.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got a question for you, Tech 7. After going down 2-0, what was said in that timeout that changed this team for you guys?
Well, we saw one major flaw that we were making that just didn't work with No Motion's playstyle. I'm not going to spoil it because that's trade secrets. But we found that change, and we adjusted one thing, and it worked perfectly afterwards.
Yeah, it seemed like it did, in fact, work perfect. And then Steve absolutely going off today, especially after that Rule 1 in, I believe, Game 2. What did you change? I guess maybe that's also confidential, but how would you say momentum plays in your game?
I think I just needed to focus up a little bit. They took their time out, and I went and ripped a shot real quick, and I was ready to roll.
That is definitely
that?
one way to do it. And I'll leave a
To
question
relax
for you
yourself.
here, Paco.
All right, I'm gonna shoot this one over to Oreo Man. Oreo Man, what was kind of going through your head this series? You guys went down 2-0. What was kind of going through your mind at that point?
For me, I'd say I was just panicking way too much and was making stupid mistakes and later games. And after that timeout, I just tried to clean that up and just not panic. I also just changed my music, and that seemed to help.
Hey, there you go. Sometimes you just need a vibe change, you know?
Yeah.
But one more question. This is for the whole team. How are you guys feeling right now mentally, knowing that you guys have secured your land spot? How are you going to proceed moving forward with, stuff?
It feels great. I booked the hotel before this game. A little bit of
Oh,
confidence, but it feels great knowing that my wallet won't be crying. So
There you go.
nice. And
Yeah.
then
anybody?
I also have a question for, and this could be for anybody. Looks like it's gonna be either Noah's Ark or I forget if it was Sleepers or what other team. I believe it was Silver Knights they play. So of those three teams, who are you, I guess, least wanting to play? Who's the scariest of those three teams?
I don't know. I'm good friends with Gray Skull and Noah's Ark, so I'd like to see him and LAN and trash talk him a bit. But other than that, I think I'm ready to go against anyone. I really don't care.
Yeah, same.
Well, that's great to hear, boys. Again, congrats on the win, going down 2-0 and doing a little, I guess, double gentleman sweep, if you want to call it that. Almost a reverse sweep. But yeah, again, congrats tonight, boys.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank
guys.
Thank you.
you. Thank you. And thanks for the stream.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
anytime.
All right.